Good day everyone! In this video, we will discuss about simple interest. These are the definitions that we need to remember in discussing simple interest. Interest, or represented by I, is the payment for the use of borrowed money or the amount earned on invested money. The principal, or represented by letter P, is the amount being borrowed or invested. Rate, represented by R, is a fractional part of the principal that is paid on loan or investment. Time, represented by T, is the number of years for which the money is being borrowed or invested. And F, for the future value, is the sum of the principal and the interest earned within the time. In this video, we will be discussing on how to solve for the interest, principal, rate, time, and future value. Solving for interest, we will be using the formula I equals P times R times T, wherein P is the principal, R is the rate, and T is the time in years. Let us consider this example. Suppose that the principal is 5,200, the rate is 6%, and the time is 2 years. We need to find the value of I, or the interest. Recall that our formula for I is equal to P times R times T, meaning we need to multiply the principal, the rate, and the time. Since we were given P equals 5,200, R equals 6%, and T equals 2 years, then we simply need to multiply 5,200 times 0.06 times 2. Remember that always write the rate in decimal form. Therefore, in converting percent to decimal, we need to divide the given percent by 100. Simplifying this, 5,200 times 0.06 times 2 will give us 624. Therefore, the interest, when we have the principal 5,200, rate 6%, and 2 years for time, then the interest will be equal to 624. Let us have another example. For this one, suppose that our principal is equal to 16,000, the rate is equal to 5%, and the time is equal to 18 months. Then, to solve for the interest, again, we simply need to multiply the principal, the rate, and the time. Remember that we need to convert the 5% into decimal, so it will become 0.05. And the time being given in months, we need to convert it into years. So since we have 18 months here, converting it to years, it will be equal to 1.5. Therefore, the interest will be equal to 16,000 times 0.05 times 1.5. Therefore, the interest earned will be equal to 1,200. For solving for the future value, or F, we will be using two formulas. For the first formula, we have the F equals P plus I. For the second formula, we have F is equal to P times the sum of 1 and RT, wherein P is the principal, I is the interest, R is the rate, and T is the time in years. Therefore, if you are looking for the future value and you were given the principal and the interest, then you will be using the formula number 1. Moreover, if you are given the principal, the rate, and the time, then you will be using the formula number 2 in solving for the future value. Let us consider this example. Solve for the future value when the principal is equal to 10,000 and the interest is equal to 5,000. So since you were given the principal and the interest, then we will be using the first formula wherein f is equal to the principal plus the interest. Therefore, substituting our given to the given formula, we're gonna have 10,000 plus 5,000. And simplifying this, then the future value will be equal to 15,000. On the other hand, suppose you were given the principal, the rate, and the time. In solving for the future value, then we will be using the second formula, which is f equals p times 1 plus RT. Substituting these values to our formula, then we will have 7,000 times 1 plus 0.04 times 8. Evaluate first the product of 0.04 and 8, giving us with 0.32. Next, add 1 and 0.32, so you're gonna have 7,000 times 1.32. Then next is multiply 7,000 and 1.32. Therefore, the future value will be equal to 9,240. For the next one, solving for the principal or the P, we also have here two formulas. P is equal to I divided by RT. And the other one is P equals F minus I, wherein F is the future value, I is the interest, R is the rate, and T is the time. Therefore, if you were given the interest, the rate, and the time, and you will be solving for the principal, then use the first formula. But if you were given the future value and the interest, and you want to solve for the principal, then use the second formula. For example, let us solve for the principal when the future value is 28,300 and the interest is 2,345. Since you were given the future value and the interest, then the principal is equal to F minus I. Substituting the given on our formula, then we're gonna have 28,300 minus 2,345. When you subtract the two numbers, then the principal will be equal to 25,955. Let us now try to solve for the principal when we were given the interest, the rate, and the time. Suppose the interest is equal to 600, the rate is equal to 6%, and the time is equal to 2 years, then the principal will be equal to the interest divided by the product of the rate and the time. Substituting the given on our formula, we're gonna have 600 divided by 0.06 times 2. Simplify first the denominator by multiplying 0.06 times 2. We will have 600 divided by 0.12. Simplifying now, 600 divided by 0.12, we will have 5,000. Therefore, the principal is equal to 5,000. In solving for the time, we will have the formula T equals I divided by the product of P and R, wherein I is the interest, P is the principal, and R is the rate. For example, say the interest is equal to 25,000, the principal is equal to 50,000, and the rate is equal to 2%, find the value of T. Using the formula T equals I divided by P times R, then we will have 25,000 divided by 50,000 times 0.02. In this case, Simplify first the denominator by multiplying 50,000 and 0.02. We will have 25,000 over 1,000. Then divide 25,000 by 1,000, then time or the final answer will be equal to 25 years. Let us try another one. Suppose that the future value is equal to 15,330 and the principal is equal to 11,000 and the rate is equal to 8.25%. Let us try to find the value of t. Since t is equal to I divided by p times r, notice from the given that we do not have the value of I. However, from the previous example, recall that I, or the interest, is actually equal to f minus p. Therefore, solving first for the value of I, we gonna have 15,330 minus 11,000. Therefore, the interest is equal to 4,330. We can now use the value of I, which is 4,330 in solving for the value of t. So therefore, t is equal to 4,330 divided by 11,000 times 0.0825. Again, simplify first the denominator. We will have 4,330 divided by 907.5. Divide the two numbers. Finally, the value of t is equal to 4.77 years. This time, let us solve for the rate. To solve for the rate, r is equal to I divided by p times t, wherein I is equal to the interest, p is equal to the principal, and t is equal to time in years. Therefore, to solve for the value of r, we need the interest, the principal, and the time in years. Let us consider this example. Suppose that the interest is equal to 45,000, the principal is equal to 90,000, and the time is equal to 10 years. Let us solve for the value of r. r is equal to I divided by p times t. Substituting our values to the formula, then we will have 45,000 divided by 90,000 times 10. Simplifying the denominator, 90,000 times 10, it will give us 900,000. Then finally, dividing 45,000 by 900,000, then the rate is equal to 0.05. When you want to convert it into percent, then simply multiply the resulting number by 100. So in percent, 0.05 is equal to 5%. Let us try this one. The future value is 2,150, the principal is 2,000, and the time is equal to 3 years. R is equal to I divided by P times T. However, notice from the given that we do not have the interest, but we have the future value and the principal. So remember that I is equal to F minus P. So therefore, solving for the interest, we need to subtract 2,150 and 2,000. Therefore, I is equal to 150. Now, we can use the value of I, which is 150, in solving for the rate. R, which is equal to I divided by P times T, will be equal to 150 divided by 2,000 times 3. Simplifying the denominator, 2,000 times 3 will give us 6,000. And then, finally, divide 150 by 6,000, it will give us 0.025. Or in percent, it is equal to 2.5%. I hope that you have understood the lesson. For the next video, we will discuss about problem solving involving simple interest. Thank you so much for listening and see you on our next discussion.